All right, good morning and welcome to Soul Soup. I'm so glad that you could be with us this morning. I'm Dr. Janette Freeman and I am your guide. Today, we have been discussing, I started a course a few weeks ago entitled Your Sacred Source Code for Your Own Peace and Happiness. And we've discovered that your sacred source code is really your words and thought and alignment with your I am. That your I am is a powerful word because it is the name of your sacred self. It is your connection with the divine. It is your connection with the great I am. So your words of I am, your thought of I am, and your alignment with I am can absolutely open the doors for deep connection, greater peace, greater harmony, and also to access the power of I am as your creative words for co-creating your life more powerfully, to co-create your life more intentionally. So your words of I am are powerful words. Your I am presence, your higher self is the key. Connecting to that self, your I am self, is your own key to greater empowered living. So anyway, we talked about that in the first three lessons. We talked about how really your awakening to your I am nature is the key to your is the key to your happiness. That there's no happiness outside of our connection with our source. We also talked about this I am power and what it is in lesson 2. And then last week we talked about your map of consciousness to understand what higher consciousness looks like internally and what lower consciousness looks like, what initiates it, and what then to do about it. So that map of consciousness can answer some of those questions. But today we're going to continue because today we're going to really look at this lifeline home. Today's about how. Today's a real how to make that connection. I call it your I am line. To make the connection to your I am line so that you can align with it easily with a specific practice in a specific way. I want you to see if you can see the difference when you're connected and you're not connected. So imagine that, imagine just being scattered, being concerned, being worried, looking to lots of different external sources for money or love or whatever it is that you need. It's easy to get in fear. It's easy to get in worry. It's easy to be in anxiety and scatter because our energy and our attention is externally focused. It's looking outside of ourselves for our source of something, right? Source of love, source of peace, source of money, source of happiness. It's externally focused. We have to retrain ourselves to be internally focused and really get this, that our ability to align in our own I am line and to ground and to center right here is our ability to consciously create from a higher consciousness, from higher clarity, from more intelligence. So we simply are repatterning and retraining ourselves to not be so externally focused. So I think there's not any of us that don't know exactly what it feels like to be scattered, right? We're scattered. We'll go here, we'll go there. We're not getting anything done. We're worried about this. We're worried about that. We're externally focused. We're scattered. Today, we want to gather up all that scattered energy, and we want to learn how to come home to our center. We're coming home to our center line. We're coming home to our I am line. So how do we do that? And first of all, why? We don't do anything unless we have a really big why. Why we do this? Hear this until you make your line primary and your ability to come into your line and connect to your higher self it's always suffering in one way or another, in big ways or little ways, because we're always looking externally to our source, from externally instead of to our source, right? So get that your happiness is within your line and within your center line. So I want to go right into this description of your center line, how to access your center line, and then also we'll do a more meditative state for you to experience what that's like. All right. Okay. So for a moment, just suspend your doubt, suspend your disbelief, and use your imagination. Okay, just use your imagination and imagine that there is a golden cord of energy and light. Okay, a golden column of energy and light with divine information that flows vertically up and down within you. And imagine it as a river of light positioned right in front of your spinal cord. Okay, so that's coming right from the top of the head, right down front of spine, and then out the base of the spine area and moving down into the earth to the very center of the earth. And imagine that it's very solid line, energetically solid, coated with all divine information, everything there. It is your connector, okay, to your I am presence, your own higher self. Now, if we turn our attention to that internal line right now, imagine that it's like a river of light, okay? Imagine that it's like a river of light, a column of light. We want to continually find your own perfect vision that works for you, right? So river of light, crown of head, coming down. Now, the energy is moving up and down, and so we want to move into a rhythmic connector to that up and down energy. And we also want to give our conscious mind something to do to hook into that. So we use our source code, I am. And I want us to continue to realize what is source code. Source code is the originating chord. It is the originating code that is writing the new program. So every time we use the words I am, we are using a powerful divine word that is writing a new program because we're aligning with the higher intelligence, the source. So to take a conscious I am breath is to just breathe and then use your imagination, your thought to think, I am. That's all. I, on the in-breath, am. And it's a thought. We're not speaking really at this moment. We're just turning our attention inward to go, I, on the in-breath, am, on the out-breath. And we do a few of these just centering breaths, but adding that high vibrational word to it in your thought really starts to pull you into your line much more quickly. So you imagine this beautiful golden river of light, front of spine, up and down. And with your conscious breath of I am, you bring your awareness into this golden line. You align with it through the inflow and outflow, the vertical up, the external down, the vertical breathing in and going up, breathing out and going down. I am. I am. I am. So consciously breathing and thinking the words I am in that rhythmic breath, vertical, up and down. and the contemplation that you're right in your line. And so that's aligning. I mean, right now for fun, just imagine what it feels like to have your feet connected to the earth and feel this line coming out of the base of your spine, going deep into the earth, connecting you like a tree with very, very deep roots, grounded, strengthened, right there, core, centered in the earth. That's right. Feel what that feels like. Feel the strength. And then imagine just everything coming right into your center line. Say, hey, I'm in my line. I'm in my line. If I were to say to you, get in your line, then instantly it's like, come into your center line. You can do 3 I am breaths. I am. I am. I am. That fast in your center line. So the thing is we want to learn. We'll do more of this in other lessons, and to see how we have put our attention on for our needs: money, love, security, safety, peace, on external effects. And we are training ourselves to get that which we seek in the inner line first, in our inner world first, to go to the source first through our source code, I am, for the things that we need. We manifest in the outer world according to what we already have in the inner world. Therefore, in order to have a new experience in the outer world of support and connection and love, we have to find it in the inner world first, at the level of cause, at the level of the higher self, at the level of the divine self, at the level of I am. When I know that I am love, I am loved, I am lovable, and I'm in complete alignment with that, I promise you, I'm going to see it in the external life. When I look to the external life to have a witness that I'm lovable, please, somebody show me. If I look to the external life with, I am loved, I can't find it, and we keep looking outside of ourselves for that, it's out of whack. We cannot have in the outer what we have not first known in the inner. So my suggestion is to try getting what you think you want to show up in your life, coming into your inner line first to access it. And coming into our inner line is accessed through a repetitive habit where you get it. I on the in-breath, am on the out-breath. I am, and then using your imagination to pull everything into your own line. Now, let's take that example before. Let's say, for example, you're having an experience in your real life of being lonely, want a partner, something's missing, looking outside, wanting this, and go, hey, okay, I got to get it in my line, right? So we come in, we do our breath, and then we invite at the level of the higher self, we invite and ask for assistance to download and to reveal pure love, lovability, worthiness, love, learning to access that which we seek in the outer, in the inner first. So what does that look like? Coming into your center line, finding your steady breath, making that connection to the higher self, and perhaps saying, mighty I am presence, higher self, any words you want, God, Spirit, help me to access the love that I seek within my own line. Reveal in my line the experience of love, lovable, loving. And then just stay in your line. Perhaps you'll just say, I am loving. I am lovable. Connect to that. Just keep practicing, staying in your line. I am lovable. I am love. I am lovable. I am worthy of love. Allow yourself to feel what love feels like. If you connect to your higher self through the breath, your higher self is love. Everything about you is love. As you access that connector point and access that love nature that you are, begin to wire and rewire the makeup of who you are. So every breath of I am is coding, recoding, writing, rewriting this program that you have so faithfully declared. I am love. I am lovable. I am loved. You see that and breathing that in. So in this lesson, we're learning to go to our I am line, to access what we think we need in the external, to access it first in our own line, and to train ourselves to let this be the very first course of action that we go to. And it doesn't have to be a long time. We can take a few deep I am breaths and come into our line whenever we need to. Whenever we need to be centered, come into your line. Come into your line. So let's get prepared now for a little meditative process to go into our lifeline. Would that be all right? Okay. First of all, let's take those powerfully centered breaths of I am. I on the in-breath, am on the out-breath. Breathing vertically, I am. Bringing all awareness into your center line. I am. I am. That's right. Finding your beautiful rhythm as you bring all your awareness into your center line. Imagine a beautiful golden river of light coming down from the top of your head, coming down from Source itself, anchoring at the crown of your head and moving in down your body through your center line, right in front of your spine. Moving out the base chakra, the base of the body, moving down through the earth into the center of the earth. It's a strong, intelligent, vital life energy line. Imagining it as a golden river of light, a column of light. Within every aspect is all intelligence, all divine love, all the qualities of the divine nature right in this line. Divine intelligence, more than you can even comprehend. Divine love. Divine source, abundant supply, divine freedom. The qualities of the divine right there in your own line. Peace, power, love, light, life energy, abundance, joy. Everything is in your line. And just making this connection and breathing, I am. I am. I am. Just keep breathing your I ams for a moment. With every breath, you become even more centered and even more relaxed. With every internal chant of I am, you're accessing the intelligence and wisdom in your own line. And then simply talk to your presence and ask it for what you need. For example, you might say, "Dear Presence, I come to you. I come to you for support and supply, money, resources. Activate this in me now. Activate this in my river and bring it to me in just the ways that are needed. I call upon this divine presence within me, this holy I am self, to be my provider of all support and resources. I come to you first. Use whatever means are necessary in the physical realm. I'm grateful. It's already done." And just keep breathing in the source and inviting that quality to be revealed to you. Imagine that you are actually accessing the quality in your line. So if you're doing support and supply, feel what it feels like in your line to be supported and supplied and richly blessed. All your needs are met. Pull all your awareness into your line. River of light right at the center. Bring all attention and awareness right in your center line. I am. I am. Breathing in great support and supply. What does it feel like when you're completely supported and supplied? It feels peaceful, joyful. Feel that. Breathe that. I am. I am. I am. River of light. I am presence. I am that. I am that. So I am that support and supply. Just say, I am that. I am that. I am that. Just staying with that steady vertical breath, narrowing and pulling in all awareness into your line, fully grounded center of earth, fully connected to source through your I am line. I am. I am. I am. And then finish your practice with just experiencing gratitude. Gratitude for the source of everything. That everything comes from your I am line. Everything comes from your source. So give thanks for that and just affirm that this I am source is the source of your everything. So affirming what you received today. I am so grateful. Thank you. You're my support, my supply, my provisions. I am so supported. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am. Thank you, Divine Presence. I am. Breathing that in, knowing that whenever you need to return to this, all that you have to do is utter I am in full present breaths, and you can come easily to your I am line again and again and again, training yourself to go to your line first for all your needs to be met, and then watch it manifest in the external world, that which you have so beautifully and completely known on the inner world. Yay. Taking a breath, coming right back. Now, here. Thank you. So thank you for being with us this morning and continuing on this class here at Soul Soup. We're going to continue for a few more weeks on this subject, and my hope is that everyone really gets the power of this deep connection to your I am line. So practice this week doing this breath meditation and moving into your line. Come into your line. So thank you so much. Please, if you enjoyed this presentation, please share it. Share it on Facebook or social media or YouTube. I thank you for that, and I appreciate that. We also are a nonprofit, the Oneness Center OC, onenessonline.org, and we appreciate your donations that help make this kind of programming possible. So I believe there's a link someplace and wherever you're watching this. And if you go to onenessonline.org and scroll down to make a donation, you can do that. I really thank you. All these programs, they are back, will be back in the member site. We have many people that support us on an ongoing basis, and you have access to all these teachings wherever, whenever you want. So you can go to onenessmember.org and or contact me at any time for those details. So thank you so much. Also, a lot of times when we're going through things, we need a little help. We need a coach along the way. We need someone to help do these processes and practices with us. And so I specialize in working with people at the spiritual level to be able to help do clearings, reveal unconscious beliefs that are in the way, clear past feelings like anger, fear, sadness, grief, hurt out of your past, out of your timeline through timeline therapy. So I work with people in timeline therapy, neurolinguistic programming, hypnosis, and spiritual activations. So if you need some help to move through the next level, shoot me an email and we can get on the phone and see if I might be able to offer some support and help. So thank you so much. So again, thanks for being here, and go stay in your line. Have an amazing, fantastic day, and know that you are loved more than you can even imagine. And every time you say the words, I am loved, may you be reminded of the deep love that you are. So Janette Freeman signing off and wishing you the happiest of days. I'll talk to you soon.